So now we have the process for getting everything started. Um, with that, just want to say that, again, no need to pay for additional workloads. Earn BTC for first to pay for your pool miners or cloud boost up to 15 times faster. So you're going to want to start out with your base. After the month, or 3 months, or however long you feel comfortable for it, you can convert that BTC into dollars to then pay for the next subscription of a higher speed for it. So first, install Lite on all PCs, laptops, and then also your cell phone, so that you have that mobile remote console, and then therefore your cell phone, your PC, your laptops, whatever you have, will all compile into one console the total amount of BTC that you have. So all those mining reported synced to all the systems are in there. You don't have to have the PC that's mining is only dedicated for the PC, or the laptop that's mining is only dedicated for the laptop. They all work together. They all go into one central console for you. From doing that installation, you find out whichever shows the highest hash rates a second. Use that as your main miner. Maybe you have an older PC but a newer laptop, so maybe your laptop will become your miner. In my case, my newer PC does 5,000 plus hashes a second, where my older laptop only does 1,000 hashes a second. So you need to read and understand the helpful hints down below that we have, because your expectation is, are you going to mine BTC and hold on to that partial coinage and keep stacking it up to make a full coin, to then down the road, 6 months, a year, year and a half, 2 years, whatever it is, and then turning that in for the highest value as the BTC coin is worth more. Again, remember, it started at $1, and just in the middle of 2021, it went up to like $69,000. So over time, it will increase. And as more companies start to use BTC as an exchange currency for their services and goods, that will make the coin worth more. So after you deal with your subscriptions or know your roadmap, you're going to start off with your free miner and to start earning BTC. Over time, you can decide to transfer that BTC to cash and just go spend it, or you're going to convert it back into additional workloads that are going to mine even additional more workloads along with the existing free BTC that you have going. So you'll always be able to create BTC. Depending on how much and how much time do you want to create it is up to you. So install the crypto farm on your cell phone, and you can add a pool worker, meaning one of those from the data center, at a lower cost than you would have to go out to a store and buy an old PC just to set it up in a room in your house just to run the miner on. It's cheaper to use the pool miner because they've already purchased the infrastructure. They're just leasing out or renting out your compute that you can use. So to do that, compare the hash rate a second to a pool miner for the best subscription offer. Cheaper for more hashes, either for your main miner or a system pool miner. So what I have found here is that in mine, it was comparing my laptop to a pool miner. It was cheaper for me to rent the pool miner from the profits of my existing mining that the laptop did than it was to boost up and boost my laptop up. So I purchased a miner to get started. Okay, Farm Console can transfer to a phone. Nothing is lost. So if you have your iPhone or Samsung and you have the apps installed on there, there's no problem with getting a new phone and transferring over, because it's just an app that's installed and everything gets managed by your login. So technically, you can look at your farm console on any phone that you currently have, and in the future, you just install the app and log in, and then through the management, it will download all of your data since it's not hard set on your phone. So if you lose your phone and get a new phone, don't worry about it. It's in your dashboard. You can check it out on a web browser and with your credential login, secure login. Okay. So the fifth thing, either subscribe to that pool miner or activate Cloud Boost on your main miner for the subscription you desire, the 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, 1 year kind of a thing. I like to go ahead and subscribe for just 1 month, took the profits of that 1 month and put it into another miner that was boosted to then create more. So it only took me about 2 minutes a month to work on this once everything was all understood. The pool miner seems to be preferred, and the reason why is because the subscription of the pool miner can give you the same or more hashes a second than you can on your own physical main miner at your house, like your PC or laptop, because the pool miner, you don't have to subscribe for the hardware, the OS, the licensing, all that kind of stuff. It's just not there. It's already in the subscription of the pool miner at the data center. So if you install Crypto Farm on your cell phone, you can add workers, and the workers are pool miners. In that farm, you can have actually your in-house systems associated with the farm plus pool miners, and you have now a dashboard for all your mining tools. You don't have to jump around from system to system that you have on there. Review the higher hashes a second mining that your systems have. Preferred, there may be a higher subscription listed in cheaper subscription than boosting your existing system. Meaning, if you're just considering investing, let's say $10, you may have that $10 subscription be better off on a pool miner than putting a booster on your main system. But that's up to you. I went in with no entry, ran my free, always will run my free, and then as I earn that money, I then invested. I did update the boost on my physical server to see how it responded, to see what it was at, and then I also subscribed to a pool miner, and the pool miner is a better cost to dollar ratio than a main miner, only because I can subscribe to a pool miner at the hash rate that I can afford from the profits of my main miner that is free that I've been running. But it's up to you. If you've got some big systems that are running around or something, let's say that you have kids with a gaming PC or a PC in the office or a workshop or the library or whatever that you install, you're going to see that the base is very good. But then for you to add more money to it, let's say a couple dollars from your profits, you may be better off putting it and subscribing to a pool miner. That's what I found out in my case, that a pool miner was better, along with running my systems at base. So 6 for the remaining systems, PC, laptops, I'll run them all at base. That's like I just said. And you could also add them to your Crypto Farm group. I like to run my PC not in the farm because I found with running it in the farm, it just will always be like the 1x level. Because I'm getting a 5,000 hashes a second, it was cheap to just add the X2, and I subscribed it for a 3 month because when I first ran it for a month, at 1 month I saw that it was going to pay for itself for that 1 month subscription. So just to go through all the mechanics of it, I wanted to subscribe next to a 3 month, but after that 3 months runs out, I'm not going to be subscribing my PC with a 3x boost at 15,000 hashes a second. I'm going to subscribe for a pool miner because maybe it costs me $3 a month to run the main miner, where a pool miner is going to only cost me $1.50 or $1 a month kind of a thing. So that's what I found out. I'm only going to ever run base 1x free install miner on my phone, laptop, and PC. And then if I want to get additional BTC workloads, I will just be subscribing to bigger and stronger pool miners. And as that subscription of 3 or 6 months runs out, I will take all that profit and put it into a bigger miner for another 3 to 6 months and just keep rolling it in until I can max it out. Seventh, review your monthly miners. So again, the pool miner preferred, keep an eye on your subscription, the times end, 1, 3, 6, 12 months kind of a thing. When you make enough money every BTC to subscribe to a higher pool for more hashes a second equals more BTC. It's something like 1,000 hashes is 1 Satoshi, 1 point 0.00001, 8 zeros and a 1, or 7 zeros and a 1, the 8th digit out, right? So that's kind of the conversion ratio, the quick one that you can do. And then just keep upgrading your pool miner on the next subscription. So if you subscribe for 3 months, just let it run for 3 months. Once you see how much BTC you have, convert that over to cash and then subscribe to the pool miner again, but maybe at a higher Satoshi rate, hash rate. So then therefore, maybe your first one is at 14, but your next one is at 15 or 20 or 25. Whatever you've earned, just cash it out and then subscribe to another 3 to 6 months. I wouldn't be subscribing over 6 months, because the money that it's earned in the first 6 months, you can invest in another miner for another 3 to 6 months. If you subscribe over 6 months, then you're just kind of setting it on cruise control, and the amount of BTC that you've earned in the first 6 months, you can cash that out while that miner's still running for another 6 months for the year or whatever. But you're going to find out the money that you've cashed out and you subscribe to a higher BTC, you're going to be earning probably more BTC in that newer system than you will in the next 6 months on your older system. So that's where it gets a little tricky, as in when do you need to cash out or when do you need to subscribe? And I would always say, even at the boost costs like this, if I subscribed at 2x and it only costs $15 and I've made 25 in a month and a half, I'm going to still let that system go for another month and a half, but I'm going to take that money and I'm going to invest it into this here. Well, that's on your local system. And again, we're talking more about the miners. So when that happens, then I would just subscribe to another higher miner, as opposed to subscribing, for instance, my laptop's running this and now my PC's running that, because you can get the same amount of Satoshis for a second at a cheaper rate on a pool server. So why invest it on your PC when you can get it in a data center type server for less, giving you the same amount of Satoshis a second? But that's up to you. And then if you're going to run it on your main miner, keep upgrading your main miner to the next level, like I just pointed you there, from a 2x to a 5x kind of a thing. You can run 1x on your main miner for BTC no matter what, on your cell phone, laptop, or PC. It'll always be running. Then you repeat 2, run it for a little while. When the earnings from 2 are enough, you can pay for 5x. When the earnings from that are enough, then you pay for 10x, and so on and so forth. Get it all the way up to 15x. Then you can stay at 15x max on the max is called the app. There's Lite, Pro, and Max. So you run on Max for 3 months subscription. You should have enough BTC to subscribe at a little bit higher for a 6 month, because technically 3 months is cheaper than 6 months, and 6 months is cheaper than 3 months, and 3 months is cheaper than 1 month. So you want to find out that sweet spot for you. For me, it was 3 or 6 months. It didn't really matter. There wasn't that much of a difference, except why would I let it run for another 3 months when I could take that money and just put it into another miner and the profits from that pays for the next miner. Well, at 6 months, you're a little bit safer because you know there'll be enough money in there uh, to subscribe to the next hire. And then you can stay running at 15x for 12 month subscription and just keep renewing it at another 12 months at your 15x. What you can do now is you can combine your boosts. You could take a 15 plus a 10 plus a 5 plus a 2, and you can even get higher than 15x. You can just keep growing it up. But again, I found out that cost subscription is a little cheaper on the pool miner. Plus, on your main miner at your house, you don't have to always keep it running or deal with it running at all. If it breaks or whatever, you're not losing any money. There's no power consumption. There's nothing that's on there. So a pool miner will handle that all for you.